New Orleans Saints have a couple of injuries that we certainly want to discuss. Cesar Ruiz is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a high ankle sprain.
Huge hit.
The O-line's going to suck now, guys. Bad news.
Big blow. That stinks, though.
Who's going to be the vocal
That
leader?
does stink.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was.
Yeah, who's gonna lead these guys?
Yeah. I guess he's technically considered like week to week is what Kellen Moore said, but high ankle sprain, playing a power position like guard, I would be shocked if it's not 3 weeks minimum.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, like being week to week with a high ankle, I don't know about that, but Cesar Ruiz, he is right now, he's listed as questionable, but I would assume he's going to be out there. But for Foster Moreau and Taysom Hill, that 21-day practice window has opened up for both of those players, right? They're on the PUP. Now they can come back. They can start practicing. And Foster obviously can help you immediately with your inline blocking, trying to set the edge, help you out in the run game. And the run game looked really good against Buffalo, right? You had multiple backs, and your quarterback, Spencer Rattler, had a lot of success. So getting Foster back would be key in the running game. And then I don't know what you can get from Taysom Hill, but let's all be honest with ourselves. They can use any kind of extra juice offensively on this team. So I know we talked a lot about Taysom Hill and what it would be in the offseason. If Taysom is available and you can add him to give you some life, and I like Kellen Moore, like he can – one thing like he can do, like he can come up with a package of plays for somebody like Taysom with his skill set. And so I'm not saying he's the savior. This season is what it is. But if you want to be competitive, you got to add to this offense, and you have somebody in the building already that I think can do that.
Yeah, by God, it's not going to hurt anything for sure. You look at Foster Moore, I think he's going to bring a lot to the table. Now, there's certainly a ceiling on the offense, so let's not like get too excited. But like, it's a guy that we know and love.
When we say any help is help,
and we talk about the things he's going to add to the running game. The running game was really good this past week. Sure, Buffalo's weak on the run defense, but you saw a lot of positives. So he is going to help just improve that, and hopefully that can be kind of like our identity, the staple of our offense, is we can rely on that running game. But let's be honest, like in the passing game, he sure is not going to hurt either. He's certainly not going to make the tight end any less of a threat out there in the passing game. So we've seen him in the past. He seems like a touchdown machine when he gets out there. Maybe he's like the forgotten second tight end in the passing game or whatever. But we've seen him do things in the passing game. So he's definitely going to add another element, and that's a bright spot, a bright leadership guy, a guy on the field that people can look to, especially. We know what it is this year with the Saints. If you got another leader out there on the field with the rest of the guys, it helps, right? Yeah. We've seen some, head hanging a little bit, some frustrations with Olave out there on some different things. To have another vocal, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, like who is the guy on offense right now?
Right,
that is chewing people out.
It's a great point.
Who is the vocal leader? Now Foster can
definitely step in and do that.
He can absolutely, and he commands respect
for sure.
Well, and he's got years under his belt, so he can be that guy. It's hard to be that guy when you're on the PUP list
for sure,
and you're hurt.
Yeah.
So now that you can start to get him back in the rotation, he can kind of take over that role, kick some guys in the butt a little bit. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And yeah, Taysom Hill, you just open up another like section of your playbook that has been closed. It opens up so much more. Or maybe you have to create that part of the playbook, but it allows you to do so many things. I think the Philly special probably would have looked a little bit better with Taysom throwing it.
Chris Olave.
Let's go tush push. I think we're on. I think we're back.
Ooh, that's true.
I don't know if Spencer Rattler is squatting 650 pounds like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I'm sure Taysom could touch 550.
Yeah,
something like that.
All jokes aside, it opened up something. It opens up something different. You currently need something. Like there's things to this offense actually that have I think been a bright spot, like surprising. I think Spencer's play's been like surprisingly efficient to some people. but you got to get some more juice. You got to create something. You got to do something. Well, I mean, you got a couple of players that can give you what what you're looking for.
And this is a completely outsider's perspective, certainly. Like you went to one practice, I've gone to 0 practices, just from what we see in the games, and we're putting pieces of the puzzle together. We're not really sure. Could we talk about that vocal leadership? I harp on that right now because you got a young coaching staff, you got a young quarterback, you got guys that are old veterans out there, but not necessarily the most vocal of people. So it can be maybe a little chaotic at points, at times.
Yeah.
But you got 2 guys that you can start to bring back that I feel like can create more of like a kind of like a calming presence out there, just because of the experience they have, the success, like certainly the success and what Taysom's meant. He can be out there. Just 2 guys that I believe who can speak up and people shut up and listen.
That's a great point because they need that, and you're right. Like Foster can be that, but it is hard even for and like the years part of it. It does help, but it's not the only thing. Like you can be a 10-year vet, and if you're like, okay, yeah, I don't really that guy's talking again. Oh God,
right.
But he's got the years and he's got the respect in that building because Foster puts in the work.
Yep.
People see that he's a successful player, so. It is something the Saints right now are missing because when we asked Nick Underhill, who joins us later on today, when he said Cesar Ruiz, I was like, stop right there. That makes all the sense in the world. I get it. I get now what they're missing. Because, like, how can you as a player, and look, he's hurt, he'll come back, sure. But how can you as a player, like when you're graded as one of the lowest players in your position in the entire NFL, no offense to him, he might be a good dude, a good person, a good teammate, but I'm not listening to you. I'm just not. Like, even if I want to, even if I'm trying to trick myself, I'm be like, man, you're kind of trash right now. Like, who are you talking to like that? You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. But if somebody's out there and they're a dog and you know that they're taking care of their 1/11th part of it, then you're like, okay, well, then I got to do it. I got to take care of my 1/11th.
It's kind of like how you said, who was it? Was it Norv who said everybody in this room has their jersey?
John Fox.
Yeah, has their jersey retired in high school.
Yeah.
So like when you get a group
Except
of
me,
people like
Evangel.
that, you got like all these people that have their jerseys retired in high school in a room playing the same sport together, and nobody's having success. It's like you kind of got to be a guy for anybody to listen.
Yeah.
And like, hey, we'll listen, but that there's got to be action to that listening too.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And it's hard. I mean, I don't think we're speaking. It's human nature, right? If you got a leadership, a charismatic, like you get charisma in the NFL by what you do on the field, right? So.
Yeah, it's not just anybody. It's not just like, oh yeah, that guy. Sometimes it can be a good player, but he doesn't do it the right way. He doesn't do the things that you need to do. And it's like, oh my God, that guy's up.
And sometimes they're not talking. Like when I was in Green Bay, Charles Woodson didn't say a whole lot.
Yeah.
He wasn't like a talker. He wasn't the vocal guy. But there was a handful of times during the season where he spoke and spoke up. And whether it was a halftime, whether it was a pregame, whether it was the night before, something like that.
Yep.
And it was like, as soon as he said the first word, everybody was like, hey, y'all, shut up. Shut up.
Right.
Charles talking.
Yep.
And he would speak. And it was like goosebumps, like up your spine. It was like, oh, my God. All right, let's go. Whatever you need.
Yeah, because it wasn't fake enthusiasm. It wasn't, So I think the Saints can use that. I think Foster Moreau gives them that. I think Taysom and Foster both give them something on the field. I think they both give them something in the red area. That is a place where they need to finish more drives in the end zone and not through the uprights or sometimes outside the uprights this season. But they need that. It's good to hear that they are working their way back. We'll see what they can do. We had the offensive line for the first time since Moby Dick was a minnow altogether. Now that's even gone. Cesar Ruiz being out. So we'll see where that goes as well. But you were able to run the football last week. You established the run. You got 2 guys coming that are going to help you in that realm as well. So that could be your identity. Maybe that is your identity. And you get efficient quarterback play from Spencer Rattler. And maybe you win a couple of games. Hell, maybe you win a game.
What?
Right? Because you got to win 1 before you win 2. All right? So we'll see what the New Orleans Saints can do with the guys hopefully coming back here sooner rather than later.